just going straight and then boom, up the mountain. One of the best roads I've ever ridden. Got full gas. We got brand new tires. We have a beautiful, gorgeous day. I mean, what's there to not love about what's going on right now? And I believe we go up, winding around, and we go down, and then we go up again somewhere, and down. So there's two big sets of very twisty mountains, and then we get to a canyon going down, which is just fantastic. Slower traffic, keep right. I'm gonna stay on the left. I would not consider myself to be slower traffic. We're gonna probably want to be in like 4th, something like that. Is that GTR? No, this is a GT86 or BRZ or FRS, because you know there's 3 cars that have the exact same body and engine and chassis and everything. I think the interior is a little bit different, but apart from that, it's literally the exact same. Okay. Ice alert. Oh no! There's some ice on this road, huh? Pardon me for missing it. Boom. Mountain curves. Alright. Let's be focused. Let's stay in 3rd. I think this curve right here gave me some trouble last time. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. We're already really high, actually. Alright. And lean. Alright. And lean. Just fantastic riding. Not even pushing it real fast, and it's just crazy. Ah, my hip. I got pulled a muscle in my head. Oh god, yeah. Pulled a muscle in my hip, alright. We'll probably try to stay on the bike, not lean over as much. Well, I appreciate that guy telling me to slow down instead of pulling me over. I was taking it a little bit too hard. Oh my gosh, we're already really high up. Gotta make sure to not piss him off too much. Give him a reason to try to follow me. This was the one, yep. This is the curve that next left. Pardon me, but I don't think we're taking a left. I think we're taking a straight. miles an hour. Back to 45. Please don't turn into my lane. Thank you. Oh wow, we just got a tad bit chilly up here. I'm okay with that. Yarnell. Yeah. Yarnell is on the map. I love how the mountains here look like just a giant collection of boulders. Not go 30 over in town. Yeah, let's just not do that. Yeah, let's just casually go 10 over instead. Oh, it's not like we're hurting anybody. Yeah, I don't know what happened with my leg there, but it was all of a sudden had quite the pain. Help yourself. Don't just twist that. $35, Austin. 35 means 35. $55. That's more like it. $65? Question mark? Close enough. Prescott. 34 miles. We're getting all sorts of bugs up in my stuff today. Slide area, huh? No, 55, so these curves aren't going to be that steep. Yeah, no, not even a little bit. Stuff like this that makes me so happy I moved to Arizona. Like, it's beautiful. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. A lot of it is just like nothingness. Like, there's nothing here. Just rolling desert hills and mountains for like dozens, if not hundreds of miles. Yeah, as I recall, it was like 5 to 10 miles in between that mountain set back there and a mountain set up here. In fact, I think it's the one not right in my vision, but kind of the bluish ones above that, back behind there. Either that or it ends up being over that way. I'm not actually sure. All I know is that I just take 89 until there ain't no more 89. It's going to turn into probably 17, which I will take back. My kind! Hello, everybody! None of you are waving. Oh, yeah, dude in the back! You're my favorite. Partially because I love orange bikes, but also because he waves, and he's a nice person. There is a man in the back of that pickup truck. Sir, that's illegal. Oh, he looks kind of tired of my shit, so I'm not gonna confront him or say anything. You know, I don't think I could live in a place. Okay, so I love the look of this. I love it. It's beautiful. Look at that. But oh shit, that hurt. Just a bee that killed itself on my neck. But I couldn't live in a place like this because I also enjoy creature comforts. Like, I really enjoy creature comforts. Like, I like things to be clean. I like to have fast internet. I like to be able to keep swiping right on Tinder and have there always be more people. Here, it's so remote. It took me an hour plus to get here. 65. But having this an hour or so away from where I do live is like the best of both worlds. Yeah, of course, it's so cute. Hello there. I had a feeling that the gal in the back of this bike was hot. She looked hot. How can I tell? I have no idea. Just a guess. Of what this road is. The cow? Odd looking cow. Adam Paul Cole route there. Will Horse. Well, that is kind of the sad thing about the South is I can't pronounce anything. Like, in, what is it, 35 miles, there's the town of Prescott, which makes no sense because it's an O, not an I. Spelled Prescott, but I was mocked ruthlessly for calling it Prescott. It was indeed Prescott. That's how they can just kind of tell that you're not from around here. Like, there's a city a little bit far to the east, like 100 miles east, called, it's spelled Shaolao, or it's spelled Shaolao, but it's pronounced Sholo. Like, how am I supposed to guess that? Like, I came from a ride back there. The canyon out there is probably my favorite canyon ride I've ever done. Oh, this gives it a run for its money, definitely. But yeah, I went on a ride out there on the cruiser when I first got it, and I talked to Ema, who works with me, and she's like, "Oh my god, you're so totally not from around here because you pronounce it horribly wrong." It just got warm all of a sudden. What up, bro? Whee! God, that's so pretty. Yeah, now we get to go down a little bit. A little bit of fun. It's like always the one in the back, which I really like, because that means like the person who's on the back of that is not just some schmuck who got dragged along. I mean, she's kind of aware of the whole culture around motorcyclists, which is kind of funny to me because before I rode a motorcycle, I didn't notice that at all. Like, people would like finger wave to each other. No, I didn't notice it at all. And yet, now that I ride a motorcycle, like, it's super obvious because everyone's like sticking their hand way out. Like, super obvious that bikers do that. But it's just one of those things that you just don't really pick up on it until you actually ride. And so when you have someone in the back who is familiar with that whole thing, you know, they either also ride or aren't just there because they were compelled to, or because, oh my god, motorcycle. Back in Grand Forks, we'd have that relatively frequently. Like, we'd pick up, or we, being some of the other guys, would pick up girls on the back who just wanted to ride a motorcycle. Like, walking around university in skimpy little dresses, like, oh my god, I want to hop on a motorcycle. They're the people who don't wave. There's no one going my, like, road just straight, nothing at all. Hello, fellow bikers. Whoa, 3 out of 3. Those guys are awesome. I guess it's probably understandable that a lot of the big, like 90% of the bikes you're seeing going past are not this. They're not a crotch rocket super bike. They're big Harleys for the most part, but some are not Harleys. They're just cruisers. And there's kind of an animosity between people who ride crotch rockets and people who ride Harleys. And it's mostly just the Harley brand. Just the way that they've kind of marketed and structured the brand, I'm gonna wipe off my camera a little bit, makes it very like tribalistic. If you ride a Harley, you are a Harley guy. Screw every other kind of bike because Harleys are, you know, they're Harleys. They're awesome. A lot of other bikes aren't that way. Like if you ride a Suzuki Marauder like I do, or like a V-Strom, or like any other kind of cruiser that's not a Harley, it seems to not be the case. It's not as tribalistic, but definitely people who ride Harleys aren't hugely enamored with us other folk who ride things like this, which I guess kind of makes sense in a way, just off human behavior, because Harleys are very expensive. Like those big, you know, giant plate on the front, like got speakers, radio, air conditioning, all that stuff. Those things are like 30 grand, and then they pour 10,000 into modifying it. So they spend a lot of money on their bikes, and they want to know that they made the right decision with their purchase. They're just people in general. They will justify what they bought, scaling with its expense, to the end of their days. Like, oh my god, I love my Kawasaki Ninja 1000 because I spent so much, well, not because I spent so much money on it, but as, you know, a uncommon, well, not uncommon, but as a small factor, because I spent so much money on it. But anything you spend money on, like I love my Suzuki Marauder. It's not perfect, but I love it. I love my new BMW Z4. I love that just because it's like the most fun I've ever had in a car. I've never had a performance car before. I had driven a Buick Rendezvous. My parents bought that for us kids. It's kind of like the family car. And then I bought myself a Dodge Avenger. The second year up in North Dakota. Yeah, it was 2014, and I graduated 2012. 2013 was freshman year. So yeah, 2014 is when I bought that Avenger in August. And at the time I thought, oh, it's a performance car. You know, it's got like 180 horsepower, styled like a muscle car, real aggressive, big meaty steering wheel. But at the end of the day, there's a video by a guy called Regular Car Reviews. One of his first videos actually on the same Dodge Avenger that I have. And he tells it like it is. It's a piece of crap. It's slow. It gets not very good gas mileage. The interior is just plastic everywhere. Although it has held up very well. But yeah, it's not the best. But I literally like 3 days ago bought a BMW Z4. And while it has about the same amount of power, it's the 2.5i, not the 3.0. It has about the same amount of power, but it's so much lighter. Rear-wheel drive, manual. That's coupe, 2 doors only, 2 seats only. Oh wow, that was a pretty bad. That was a Z800, Kawasaki Z800. But it's just so much fun to drive. Like, oh my god, I never knew that driving could be that much fun. Because it's so light and it's so tiny that the same amount of power goes way farther. Like it only has marginally more power than this, and while it weighs about 4 times as much, it's just fantastic. I absolutely love it. I debated taking it on this ride to Cottonwood Canyon today, but I decided not to. Not because it has a lot of miles, not because I didn't think it was going to make it, but mostly because since I bought it, I haven't ridden any of my bikes. And right before I bought it, like the day before I bought it, I got this Cena, the camera. So I wanted to kind of moto vlog style document this ride. I had talked it up to my dad a lot because coming up in about 50 miles is, well, I think I mentioned this before, is a town literally on the side of a canyon. Like, you have a porch on your back and there's a 50-foot drop until the next, to the canyon wall, basically. I wanted to do that. Wanted to be able to use this. And plus, on mountain roads like that, a bike is just too much fun. My bike gets a little bit sore for the 100-mile journey to the mountains. Then like the intervening 30 miles or whatever it is between the mountain passes. But it's worth it, because then I'm probably gonna drive most days this upcoming week, just kind of get familiar with it. Because yeah, I bought that car having driven a manual once for probably about 5 minutes. My brother Ryan had a, well, I guess his girlfriend's, but my brother Ryan and his girlfriend owned a Mazda 3, like a 2010 or something. Awesome little car, and it was a manual because she loves manuals. And he let me drive it like a little bit, and I didn't do very well. I killed it a bunch, and he kind of made me stop because Emily, my sister, had driven his old Honda Civic, like a '94 Honda Civic, with like 200,000 miles, and she tried to learn a manual on that car. He let her do it, and she blew up the transmission. Basically, the transmission fell out of the bottom of the car, from what I've been told. So he was kind of loth to let anyone else break his cars, which I understand, especially because it was his girlfriend's car. So I literally only drove a manual for like 5 minutes. And so I walk up to the guy who owns the BMW, and I'm like, alright, why don't you give me a ride in it so that I can see how it works? And he drove me around a little bit, and it seemed pretty okay. Speed reduced, oh. And then, like 3 days later, or actually I was in California, like a week later, I decided to actually buy it and drive it home. I mean, I'm pretty sure because I ride a bike, I picked it up like immediately. I of course forgot that the parking brake was on. So it took me a while to get it going. Kept killing it because the parking brake was on. And also, I kept starting it in third. So I go neutral, third, fourth, and it really didn't like me. It was smelling up a storm. But since then, I have been pretty good with it. Like I drove Annie to the movie, like right after I had bought it, which was just kind of hilarious. But it worked out. I'm gonna stop chatting away a little bit so I'll have a bit more presence of mind for these curves. especially as they're 25 and 30 miles an hour, respectively. The road isn't as good here. For some reason I have the feeling that there's going to be a cop on this road. There's a lot of pull-offs. Why are you going 65 and a 25? Well, sir, hard to explain. Because it's awesome? Down to third. Seconds. Yeah, we don't want to be pushing this too hard. Is that a cop I spy up there? Everything's okay. Should probably just taking a break. And third's fine. I accidentally downshifted instead of upshifted and went to first at like 40 miles an hour. Note to self, generally a bad idea. Oop-de-doop. And whoop-de-doop-de-doop. Just gotta whoopie-doop it. Katie would understand that one. On our ride to, or our drive to here. Actually, no, I'm gonna shut up and keep riding. This road commands too much of my attention for me to be chatting while I'm... Oh yeah, I remember this. This road was fan-freaking-tastic. Second is definitely the gear choice here. Well, I don't know what's going on there. road is amazing. I was pulling a pair of cruisers right over on this section here, and they were just kicking my ass. Yeah, it was definitely this area. It was a pair of dudes on big old Harleys. They were ripping it through this section. Oh, it's off camber, that's why. I was like, why is that 20? I pop my ears. Not to be stuck behind some fools. Oh, this shit's tiring. This guy is in my way. Hopefully he'll pull off at the next Well, oh, there's snow up there. Wow. That I did not expect. Come on, man. You wanna pull? Some people just gotta be an asshole. Are we gonna have two roads? Two lanes, I mean? Uprights are crazy. $6,000 feet, wow. We're not going 45. I'm not trying to kill myself. I'm out here to have fun. Alright. 40. Wow, I'm in Prescott. And wow, I just dropped 1,000 feet. They have a Sonic in Prescott? Pop, ears pop. This town is cute. I think Dad would absolutely love this town. Like, it's mountains, it's kind of chintzy. It's beautiful. It feels like the Midwest. I might stop at a gas station, just stretch my legs a little bit. That's my favorite sign ever. Curves, mountain grades, next. Large number, miles. As I recall, this up this mountain was a bit challenging. Yeah. Yeah, as I recall, it was a little bit challenging. Oh, excuse me. But we'll see. I will once again take her a little bit slow. Start off with I'd rather enjoy the road than enjoy the side of the road or an ambulance or what have you. That was a big bug. Mingus Mountain, huh? Started at 4th. See how we do. No squiggly. $6,000. Oh, we got a long ways to go. So yeah, we're gonna hit 7,000 easily. Speed reduced ahead. 30. That's more like it. Bap. Alright, let's get a little bit more aggressive. Well, we can't really because we have this Lincoln. Crapping with style, dude. I wonder if there's a turn off here soon. That's turn off. Come on, dude. You're killing me. Really? Wow. Turn off. Very slow. Mingus Recreation Area. Because we are off camera, or we go from on camera. Well, actually, no, we're on camera the whole time. Very nice. Oh yeah, we're definitely above 7,000 now. My ears just popped in a huge way. Oh wow, it got really cold up here. Downhill next 12 miles. Nice. Yeah, it's actually chilly up on top of this mountain. And it's 100 degrees in the valley right now. That's a tighter corner than I gave it credit for. And longer too. Miles an hour, huh? Don't mind if I do. Or rather, don't mind if I don't. Oh, here's the 20-mile-an-hour bit right here. There we go. What a road. Oh my god, look at that picture. What a road. There it is. $28 does not mean 40, you dunce. Way down. Yeah, perfect spot for a cop. Jesus. Could wish for none better. And then just a huge valley. I think we're coming up to the town that I was thinking about. Dropping a lot of elevation. Yep, we're coming up on Jerome. Now this is a turn. Oh my god. Like turns around under itself. Switchbacks. Gotta love them.